This assignment is Symbolism in Theater and Cinema for week 4 for Arts 100, facilitator Kimberly Michelle. In the assignment that I chose, I am to select one genre of cinema, which I would choose a comedy / melodrama, in which I am going to describe a person or object that is symbolic, explain their significance of the person or object. Also in this pitch, I would summarize the setting, the main plot, and then 2 of the main characters and what the theme of the movie is, as well as what I would do if I had to stage a scene for potential investors or producers, and then what my decisions for stage design or actors or some other elements of the theater would be. The name of my film would be Daydreaming, and the main character, or one of the main characters, would be Marie. It's a 20-something female who is a college student and also has a part-time job in, doing receptionist work for a talent agency in Hollywood. And by her own admission, she would be one who fits the mold of what a young lady should be in society: polite, educated, respectful. One of the other main characters in the movie would be her mother, Mom, which she refers to as Mom, and the character would always be referred to as Mom. And that would be symbolic because everybody, well, for the majority of people, Mom is that big figure in our lives who has all this wisdom and who always feels like they want to share it with us, and who sometimes even thinks that they're always in the right. And so Marie would have that mom symbol, and the audience would never know what her name was because the movie would only refer to her as Mom. So everyone knows who Mom is. It's, the one who tells you what to do and how to do it and where to do it and what's best for you, because she loves you, and also because she might be a little bit of a control freak. So that's the second character. The setting would be probably Hollywood because she works for Marie works for a talent agency, so we would put it right in the heart of Hollywood, where you never really know what's real or what isn't. Sometimes people can, put on a different persona to kind of get where they're going, or even add physical attributes to themselves through plastic surgery or through makeup to make them seem as they're something that they're not. So that would be the setting, Hollywood. The main plot would be that while Marie is a good girl, I guess you could say, and is a student and a hard worker, she also goes into the scenarios in her head where she's daydreaming of how things could be or what could happen or how she could react to certain things in her life. And she uses, because she loves film, she uses scenes from famous Hollywood movies as a reference point in her daydreams. And so the audience would kind of never know whether or not she's being herself in the scene, or if she's acting out this daydream in the scene, or if it's really happening, that she's acting out these old Hollywood movie scenes in the actual scenario in real life, or she's just imagining it. That would be the kind of main plot. And the theme would be, you never really know what is real and what's not, or how long something can last. And even if you are trying your best to be what you think is yourself, then you kind of never really are yourself because you're afraid of what people might think or might say. And then if I were to stage a scene as a play so that I could get potential producers to, make my film, I would set the stage, which would be in the office, so a lot of bright lights, office equipment, and then Marie, the main character herself, would be in just business casual. It would probably be a slow day, so she would be the only one kind of sitting behind her desk in this kind of really fancy lobby building, while Marie's kind of just, you know, kind of slumped in her chair. So the most unattractive thing in the office would probably be Marie in this scene, just because she's tired, she's been at work all day, it's, you know, a real slow day. And so I would then have a young man come in, handsome young man who would be interested in work and is looking for a new agent. And so Marie's job in this scene would be just to kind of perk up when she sees him, and the lighting would kind of follow him, you know, through the lobby up to her desk, and then she would kind of light up when she saw him, and then start taking, you know, his headshots and having him fill out an application as he's sitting in the lobby and she's at her desk in the lobby, kind of just looking at him. And then all of a sudden, she would kind of break into this conversation with him, and you would see all of a sudden her hair is kind of voluminous and flowing, and her clothes just got a little bit tighter, and it would kind of start playing out kind of like a racy scene where she's trying to seduce him, kind of a Mrs. Robinson, Benjamin Braddock graduate kind of scene. And you know, he would be responding, and the good thing about this, or the cool thing that I would think about is people who, you know, saw The Graduate would know what was kind of going on, and then those who haven't seen the movie would be like, wow, is she really doing this? Is this a scenario? Is this really happening, or is she daydreaming? And I would definitely, you know, kind of add elements to make it seem like that big racy, steamy scene where she's trying to seduce him, and then all of a sudden the phone would ring and she snaps back into reality, and she's realized that she's just kind of sitting there, been staring at this young man for this whole time, and the scene would kind of cut. And so I think that's how I would play out the scene for producers. And then as far as other elements, like I had mentioned before, the costuming would play a big part, also makeup, the lighting definitely, and then just positioning with the actors. I would, you know, make sure that they played off each other with their body language, and made sure that they kind of had a rapport so that it could feel genuine. This is my symbolism in theater and cinema, and hopefully I can maybe one day find someone interested in producing it. Thank you.